This video I made for the... Hello, my name is Ivan Prudnikov, and this video I made for Learning Outcome 3 for Module 3, and it's gonna have 6 parts in it. The diagnostics, clinical reasoning, and treatment for both of my patients. Enjoy! After my intake with Tatiana, I asked her to stretch her back and after that show me the movement the way she does it. Take a look at her back. Can you see how straight it is? Me neither, because it's perfectly round. She's using her lumbar and thoracic spine during the movement overstretch her muscles and ligaments, so now it's obvious where the pain came from. That's why we are gonna work on the right way of bending over with keeping her back straight using only her hips during the movement. But she can't always move as a wooden toy, right? That's why we're gonna combine this movement with a squat. That was also in Tatiana's request. Look at her movement again. She barely used her knees, so it may look like she has some problems and pain there as well, but they are fine. During our intake, Tatiana told me that she has no pain in her knees or hips, and her legs are totally fine and healthy. She even showed me her training program on joint mobility. I have to mention that for me it's just working on a movement, but for Tatiana it's much more. She can't normally tie her shoes or just put them on without this pain in her back. We discussed already that Tatiana lives with her husband, and I explained that they are helping each other. But in this case it's hard for him to do it as well, so Tatiana literally has to go through pain before walking outside or just going to the grocery store. Of course, it affects on her willingness to go out from home. Now I even realize why it was me all the time who visited her, not the opposite. But enough about that. The good thing is that I may use her husband during our trainings to help her, or just to motivate her. Also for motivation, I could explain for Tatiana how this pain actually affects her life. But I don't have to do it. That's the good side of her stage of development and reflection skills. She understands all of that, and I know it because we discussed it already during her intake. So in the end of our program, she's gonna have a healthy back, no or less pain, and just more active life in general. What a wonderful work. Now, what exactly we are going to do with Tatiana? As I said in the diagnostic part, she overstretched her back muscles, so we are going to work on them to improve their flexibility. Also on her quads, we want them to be stronger. But the biggest part of our work is going to be on her movement in general. She's bending over with her back. I'm going to teach her to do it with her hips and with more proper squat, because then she may use only her hands, not the whole back. Look here. That's the proper way to perform a deadlift. A deadlift? Are you serious? Of course not. Oh wait, I am serious. After our program, Tatiana is gonna be the best deadlifter in no weight category. For that, we're gonna split up this movement into 2 parts, bending over and the squat. That's gonna be an explicit learning. I'm gonna send Tatiana videos and also will be in touch with her to explain those videos 1, 2 or more times. I can say that I'll use an observational strategies of learning. I'll also try to use an earlier strategy, because I don't want her to overwork. In her age, she's gonna be tired really soon. And also because she may do something wrong and feel more pain. So we're gonna talk a lot before training. If this way is still hard for her to understand, then the trial and error is gonna be useful. She has no experience in sport and training, so we're gonna spend a lot of time on explanation, checking her posture and movements, asking her husband to film the videos for me to check, or just hold the phone during the call. Let's try to do it faster with Maria's case, because I don't want you to be bored, my dear viewer. So, this is the movement. And that's how Maria is able to do it now. She's telling in the video that that's her maximum, and after that, she starts feeling pain in her hamstrings. I think it's mostly not about the movement analyzation, but about working with her pain. I mean, I can of course analyze this movement and say that her legs are straight, which is good, and that she's trying to bend over with her whole body using her hips, not only the back. That's also good. But at this point, it's not that much to work with, so in my opinion, it's better for me to work with her feeling of pain for now, and after that, I may start to work with the movement. This work, to be honest, won't change Maria's life. She's feeling great, and after our program, she's gonna feel almost the same. But as I said, this work is not that much about the movement itself, but about her feeling of pain. I will try to explain to her that this movement is actually okay and she doesn't have to be afraid of this pain. I will mention, of course, that this feeling is very important and may show us the place that may be injured or may give us a hint that we are doing something wrong. But in this case, it's just showing us that we are not that ready to complete the movement, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop. I will also explain that this feeling may be still there even after she is able to perform the fold. So I think that in the end, our work will change and affect her life, not because of the movement, but because it's going to change her pain perception. As you understood, before our training program, I have to explain to Maria how to react on the pain in her body. After that, we're going to improve her hamstrings flexibility. I'll use an explicit learning with observational strategy. But also, I could try to use her brother and my friend in our training by hiding exercises into some games and asking him to play with her. Then it's gonna be an implicit learning with analogy strategy. My last idea is using dual task strategy because of her pain. The point is to try to make Maria forget about the pain by giving her the second task and changing her focus to it.